In this video, we are going to look at processing your video. That is, how do we get it onto the internet, trim out the awkward start and end, and then get this video to the person that it is intended for. Now, I know your reasons for recording a video might be different from somebody else's, so what I'm going to do is just show you generally how to get a video to someone, as well as how you can share a video with your audience. Now, the easiest way to get your video to someone is actually via YouTube. I know we tend to think of Dropbox or sharing a video file with somebody, but internet to internet, depending on how good your internet is, how good someone else's internet is, YouTube does tend to be best, and you can make it so that only the intended person is able to actually watch your video, so you don't have to feel like this has to be public if you're sharing it on YouTube. So what you want to do is first create a YouTube channel. You do that by going to youtube.com and logging in using a Google or Gmail account. Once you've created a channel, you can come to youtube.com/upload and you'll see this screen here. The first thing you want to do on this screen is use this drop-down box that you see here. This is the privacy setting of your video. If it's set to public, everyone who has your channel and everyone in general will be able to see your video. So I always upload as unlisted, meaning that only people that I share the link with can see the video, and then I change it to public later once I'm all ready to go. So you want to have it set as unlisted or private. Then you go ahead and click this up arrow button to go ahead and select your video. So I'm going to find a video that's on my desktop. I'm going to go ahead and click on this, click open, and it will start to upload. Now, while it's uploading, you can change the title, my video. You can add a little description. You can add tags if you're going to be making this public, but it really just needs to have a title if this is something that you're simply going to be sending to somebody. Okay, so then you can hit done and your video will upload. It will just take a little bit of time to process, and then you'll be ready to go ahead and edit it. Now, once the processing has finished, you can hit done, and you can actually then click on this video to see your video in action. Okay, so if you uploaded your video using your smartphone, you won't actually what I would encourage you to do is to come here to your laptop or desktop in order to do any of these edits, because the next thing that we're going to do is trim out the start and end. So once you're actually on your video's watch page, and if you uploaded via the smartphone, you can find your video by logging into youtube.com here, coming up to the upper right hand corner, hitting my channel, hitting Creator Studio, and then you'll be able to see a link to your video there, and you can click it so that you get here to this watch page. Okay, so then the next thing we want to do is hit Edit Video so that we can trim out the start and end, and that is in Enhancements. So once you hit Edit Video, you come up here to the top and hit Enhancements. Under Enhancements, you will see at the very bottom this little button that says Trim. So this allows you to just trim down the start and end. So you'll see that there's a blue bar has now appeared at the start and end of this timeline of your video. So you can drag it in a little bit, and then go ahead and watch to make sure that you haven't cut out anything. But I do find that it's really important to do this trimming bit because you want the person watching your video to feel that it's quite professional, and this does make a big difference, okay? So you can go ahead and adjust those blue bars until you're happy. If you cut out too much, you can simply click on it and drag it back a little bit. Once you're happy with it, you hit done. Then you can go ahead and hit save, and it will save over the current version of your video, and you will now have a nice trimmed video. Okay, if you then click, it's going to go back to it in my videos. Now if I click on it again, click on the title of it and click on the title of it, I'm going to come back to the watch page here where someone could see it, and up at the top URL bar, that's the URL that I want to grab to send to someone. So if I'm solely uploading this to send to someone, I upload it as unlisted, I trim it down, then I go ahead and grab this watch link, and that's what I would send to the person. But Another thing that I do want to show you is what if you actually want this video to be for your public audience? Well, then you would follow the same steps. Then you would come to this edit video, and here on this page you'll see that next to the title you have that privacy. It's set as unlisted, so I could set it to public, and at that point then it would go public onto my channel. The other thing that I can do is from the watch page I can actually embed my video. So I'm not going to make this public because it's not really a video, it's just a random video I grabbed off of my desktop. Okay, so I'm back here on the watch page of my video. I've made all the edits, and now I want to actually embed it somewhere on my website. Okay, so that's if you want to share it with your audience in a newsletter, or you want to add a video to a blog post. Whatever your video needs are, you might include embedding it. So below your video, you'll see this button that says share. Click on the button, and you'll see down at the bottom, you have this option that says embed. So you click on embed, then you want to change a couple options. I always turn off show suggested video when the video finishes, because I don't want people watching other people's videos on my website. And then I will go ahead and copy all of this code here. So it has iframe with all the way through /iframe. So you just highlight it, copy it all, and that is your embed code. Now you're going to come over to your website. So I'm here just on my WordPress website on the simplest view of creating a post, and and if you're using a different type of builder other than WordPress, it does still work the same. So we now have a code, an HTML code for our video. So if you're here creating a post, you want to come to where it says visual and text, click on the text tab. That gets you into HTML code. So if you paste your code into the text view of your blog post, then click back over to visual. Now, voila, there is your video ready to go. So one more thing I do want to say about processing and sharing your video is that if you're sharing your video with a Facebook audience, I do encourage you to upload directly to Facebook, as you'll get a lot more views and engagement. Now, uploading as well to Facebook is sort of beyond the scope of this training. I go into it in great depth in my Light It Up Video Marketing membership site, but for your purposes, for your OMG, I need to record a video emergency pack, being able to share that YouTube link, or at least embed your video onto your blog where you can now go and share it with your audience via a newsletter or anything like that, is probably going to get you what you need done.